Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Quarter Yearly Championship Corner 3. My name is Benjamin Breaker Novotny.
Lisa Edison, 99.
And I'm Skipper Alpha.
And tonight, it looks like we're going to have two teams that are composed of former PvP Super Friends, or excuse me, former PvP members. But one of them is not a new face. Of course, we all know that Backstreet Boys is got a couple of old hardcore members, but this time we have a new face in the way of teams. We've got Gas Pilipinas sporting SL, Destruct, Ishlashkis, King Kong 21121, and Noli Tolitz.
Yeah, so hard to pronounce, right?
Yeah. Try saying that 10 times fast, right? Okay. And let's see. We've also got another team by the name of OVN. They've got Chang Viet Gi. I imagine this is another team from Vietnam.
Yep.
Now it's time to go ahead and read off the rules. Okay. So, of course, the victory condition is attained when all enemy tanks are destroyed within the time limit or the base is captured, again, within the time limit. The single elimination, best of 3, 5 versus 5, all tier 6 tanks are allowed. Winning a game will get your team 1 point. Losing a game will get you nothing, but drawing a game will get you and the enemy team 1 point. So it's in your best interest to try and win this out, guys. I mean, like, you're not taking the set unless you get at least one victory. So, thoughts about our new team from Vietnam?
Another one?
Yeah. I mean, do any of these faces look familiar to you? Any of these names? Oh,
Yeah,
ABC.
ABC, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. ABC.
Right.
But do you mean the ABC from the Japanese team? No, it's a
couldn't
one
be.
dash, but this one looks like two dash. Yeah.
Alright.
Two underline, sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it kind of beats the old, I guess you could say, barcode account. What's the word I'm looking for? Barcode account status quo, if you will. There was another game where we saw nothing but people using barcode accounts. This is basically to hide their strategies.
Yeah, I know that.
And it's something that hasn't trended with World of Tanks, but at the same time, it's not possible because no two players can have the same exact name, unless you maybe want to mix a bunch of uppercase I's and lowercase L's, and even that has a limit, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
So, stopping to think about this for just a minute, who do you think's going to win it tonight? Backstreet Boys, maybe? They've been here all 4 weeks.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's the first time, I think. Do they join the tournament on the first week?
I believe so. No, I know for sure they were here second week and third week.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
not the first week. Yeah, because first week we got Horsemen and we got a lot of old faces. I remember.
Yeah.
We got two Vietnam team. The
Aces Gaming.
as a gaming Alpha, Beta, Horseman, and another one might be a Japanese team. The Little Tank or something. No, old guys.
Yeah.
Most of them get into the semi-final, I think.
Well, thus far, I do know for a fact that we have two Taiwanese teams there, and we've got NVIDIA Aces Gaming there as well, if I recall correctly.
But I think that's the first time we didn't see any Japanese team here because of on the four teams here, they are not Japanese, I guess.
Ooh.
Yep.
Okay.
That's the first time the QIC do not have any Japanese team.
It's one way of looking at it. Okay, so I really feel like that we still haven't really answered the original question. Who do you think is going to win it tonight?
I'll bet Backstreet Boy because they got a lot of experience here, you know.
Right. I mean, like, I feel as though we should maybe see one of the two PvP teams go on to the grand finals for the month. And, of course,
Yep.
once again, I mean, if this is your first time tuning into the stream, guys, this is where we break it to you. There's no money in tonight's tournament, per se. There's only going to be gold and a shot at the grand finals. This is the last shot that any team is going to have at the grand finals. And the grand finals will, of course, entail a $9,000 US cash prize pool. Right? 9,500 for first, right?
The first place?
First place.
First is 45,000,
Yeah,
I
45.
think. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And I think it was 9,300 for each quarter, if I'm not mistaken.
I forgot the total amount, but second place is 3,000, right?
Yeah.
Third place is 2,000. Is that right?
1,500.
Oh,
Last place,
okay.
Last
That's
place is
600.
600. Right. So you
Yeah.
get a little bit. You get money for showing up. I mean, come on, stop and think about it. It's not that bad, right? Just for playing games. But at the same time, I do have to ask. What was it? As long as we're here waiting for a bit, the game is now just about to start. 4 T-37s in Cromwell. It's going to be for our team Backstreet Boys, and for Team KMB, it's going to be 4 T-37s and T-3485. Of course, that has very strong frontal armor, and I believe the specialty of the Cromwell in this kind of fight is going to be firepower, if I'm not mistaken.
And the speed, I think.
Right.
You know, the speed of Cromwell is like same as T-37, I think.
All right.
Yeah, but the firepower on T-37 should be better than Cromwell, even if it's a light tank.
All right. So as long as we're waiting for this game to get started, first map's going to be Malinovka, by the way.
wait,
Map
wait,
2 will
wait.
be Murovanka.
No, the KMB is a Japanese team.
Really?
Yeah, I saw like A0R6G. His clan is H666. It's a Japanese clan.
Oh,
So
boy.
I think this clan is from Japan.
I'm going to have to call him AZ from now on because the rest of that name is illegible. But what is... All right, guys, so this is it. Game number 1's going to be in Malinovka. Spawning to the north side, of course, it is Team KMB. And spawning to the east side of the map, it is Backstreet Boys. Now, Alpha, before we get too deep into this game, I want to ask, do you know when we will be resuming with WGL Season 3?
It should be at the end of November.
At the end of November, all
Yep,
right.
that's right.
So that's plenty of time for those of you in the off season who are looking to just get some practice with your teams, pulling it together, and that's a hint to team efficiency. But enough about that. Team KMB and Backstreet Boys are just heading to the northeast end of the map, and they're going to go straight at it. They want to go into that fight, but wait a minute. Oh, this looks like a bait. RP's been spotted. He's been hit for 61, 199, 309 from 3 different shots, 416 out of 5 different shots. And now the rest of the Backstreet Boys are rushing in there, 129 out of RP, and the next shot takes him out of the game.
So fast, I think. Wow.
271 off of Mage 11, 241 off of Bullsmith, 228 off of AZR60G. Mary Marigold on the reload and deals out 196 to Honda S2000. I didn't know you could bring a car to a tank fight. 144 HP off of Miramar again. 124 off of Bullsmith, 231 off of Truth, and now we got Bullsmith out of the game. It's a 3 versus 5 tank fight now, and now it's been sealed into a 3 versus 4. AZR60G
Yeah, it's quite even right now.
is 121. 3 versus 3 now, but those are 3 low HP tanks versus 2 that are relatively high, 1 full HP, and a low HP tank coming from Team KMB. So where do they go from here? 123 off of Mage.
Wow. You know, the KMP got really nice position before, you know, maybe 20 seconds ago, but they didn't push. If they push, they already win. I don't know why they didn't push, you know. And
Right.
they pull back right now.
But conversely, we have to bear in mind that if any shots hit and penetrate coming from Backstreet Boys, they're going to if any shots hit and penetrate the Backstreet Boys, it's really going to hurt them in return. So they have to be extra diligent with the way they take this.
And I saw one T-37 use auto loader, you know. He got 2 guns to choose. And one is auto loader, and the other one is single shoot. But he choose auto load system, you know. I seldom see that because of the DPM of the T-37 is really fast, but I don't know why he chose auto loader system.
All right. Well, Team KMB is backing out for the time being, but not, of course, at a full-blown retreat. They are turned with the armored sight forwards, but now they're turning tail and just running for the time being.
Yep.
Honda
But
S2000.
I really critical about this one because they got the 2 tank almost 4 hit point, almost 4 HP on the heel side, but
Right.
they didn't push.
I mean, you can get caught up in the heat of the moment and then just forget, when exactly is a good time to push and when is it not. Because they did manage to turn that around. It was, at one point, it was what, a 3 versus 5 for a very short window of time?
Yeah,
Was
but they didn't push. The problem is that they got 2 or 3 almost 4 HP tanks, but they didn't forward. They pull back and give up the best position to their enemy. You know.
All right. Well, for the time being, this game resumes, but it looks like we got Backstreet Boys not even budging, but the capture is going to be initiated here from Team KMB, it looks like. And indeed it will be, and there's more than enough time for a single tank in that capture circle to get the full-blown capture time. So we gotta wait and see them. This is going to force the hand of Backstreet Boys. They have to react to this. And I think Team KMB is actually quite comfortable in the position that they're in right now.
Yeah.
There's something I want to take notice of right now. To Doomy, it looks like he's. Is this a mod? Is this is this an error with the mod that we're using? The T-37 he has is using an auto-loader cannon?
No, he got two systems. He can use an auto-loader cannon and he can use a single shoot.
All right, so what's the caliber of the shots he can fire out of that auto-loader? 76?
I don't remember, actually. I didn't use that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
seldom
because
seen in
the
tournament play.
DPM is really, really high. I don't know why he chose the auto-loader system, you know. Normally, the auto-loader system gonna give you lower DPM and lower penetration, lower damage, you know.
Right. Well, this might be one of those situations where it comes in handy, but...
Wow, he missed it.
Yeah, he did. And he got taken
Wow,
out of the
my
game.
God, he missed it.
Two tanks in that capture circle. They have to get a reset. They know it. They know it.
And problem
Oh,
is,
no.
wow,
Oh,
my God,
oh,
he
oh,
bounced. Wow.
But that doesn't reset the capture.
Yeah,
How
that's
the
a problem
ST-1000
right now.
coming in from another angle.
Okay.
It's all up to this shot. Can he or can he not
No,
make
the
it
position
connect?
is too bad. He cannot
No.
reset that.
He wasn't trying to reset. He was trying to get that. He was trying to get T-37
But-
Hudumi out of the game.
But the position is too bad.
Oh,
He
here we
cannot
go.
do that.
5% to go on that capture. Can they or can they not get the shot that counts the most?
Oh!
They do! They get the reset!
Wow. He
If they can
almost
hit
do
high
that.
kick. Yeah, if they can
He
hit
just
high
high,
kick, it's a
no
complete
problem about
reset.
that. Why he go out?
All right.
Just high, baby.
They're buying for time. Like right now, there's no way they can fight this head on and hope to win. But Truth is looking a little bit more
Wow.
exposed. If he takes the next shot, I
Yeah,
think he's
yeah.
out of the game.
Yep.
All right, 25% to go on that
Mm-hmm.
capture. Can he or do they need 60 seconds? No, they need less
No.
than that. He's out of the game.
That's too bad.
Well, Backstreet Boys is now 1 point in the gutter in this set, in this best of 3, and they're facing elimination right now.
Yep. And last week, they don't have any chance. You know.
Right. Let's stop and think about what happened there for just a minute in this game. They both rushed up to the northeast quadrant of the map. You know, that's kind of standard, pretty standard.
Yeah,
nothing wrong
but
with
you know the RP, the commander, you know, they do that too fast. He's alone there.
He
you
was.
Know. He was die first. It become a 5 versus 4 scenario.
that.
you
Very
know.
quickly.
Yeah. No.
And I mean, one of them had tunnel vision. They're like, "Oh, kill, and he gets the kill."
yeah.
But the backlash was he was exposed.
Mhm.
He got taken out at one point.
Mhm.
And I think, you know, Team KMB, they might have been able to win that fight, as you said, if they just, you know, played it up on the hill. But they made it a little bit more interesting. They didn't want to play any gambles. They didn't want to risk.
Mhm.
And I think, like, that's
Yeah, but
basically
you
what
know,
happened.
however, the Backstreet Boys still have more experience on this one. Maybe they're gonna do better on next one. Hey, yeah.
That's right. We'll be
Okay.
back in about 3 minutes to see how game number 2 and or game number 3 pan out.
Mhm.
All right, guys, we are back with game number 2, and if I'm not mistaken, the order of the day is actually the same as the first game. Excuse me, in the order in the way of tank lineup, that is. But if I'm not mistaken, it was actually, hold on, if I'm not mistaken, it was actually Backstreet Boys that had oh wait, they have the Cromwell again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there we go. All right, so it's actually the same thing. It's just that they're flipped on my screen, which threw me off just a little bit. Okay, so Muravanka, I gotta say, this is perhaps one of the most hated maps.
You most had?
I said most hated maps.
Hated
Yeah.
by who? You?
No,
Oh.
no, because of
I
this
hate it.
map is a new map, so the tournament team may not test the new map because they don't know how to play that. You know? It's a both three, so if they lose one, you might lose whole game.
And we're back again. Spawning to the south, it's going to be Backstreet Boys, and to the north end of the map, it will be Team KMB. And we can hear the crowd going wild. I just wish I could see the Twitch chat. We have lost internet, at least at my observer, or not my observer position. Alpha's still in the game with an observer position. And if I'm not mistaken, there's some point in the near future when we plan on using some new technologies at our disposal. We've got an all-in-one PC here, but let's get back into the game. Team KMB is actually sending one rogue T-37 off to the central east end of the map. I don't think he caught on to Backstreet Boys in their position.
Yeah, he didn't see them, but I guess he saw the tree fell down, so he didn't dare because of heat along there. Yeah, too
Right.
dangerous.
It is. I mean, that was kind of a, how do I say this, a near miss, if you will.
The
But-
map is really hard to attack, I have to say that. So both sides take more. I think the PvP team, the Backstreet Boys, they push forward and they take the best route on a random battle. But the Japanese team, they choose much more conservative way to play. You know.
And on top of that, they're actually going for their objective. That's one thing I'd like to point out. They're going for the capture, and Backstreet Boys is making a move that I feel like it just doesn't make all that much sense. Now,
Maybe they're just heading to the back street.
right. That makes sense. Okay. So for the time being, I mean, Team KMB is going to let one of their tanks slip into the capture circle, I imagine. But they're trying to play this out as cautiously as possible. They do, of course, have a tank on the far west end of the map that is, I think, trying to spot any enemies that may possibly be on the south end. But it looks like they've caught on to the other strategy, they think, or perhaps one of the more employed strategies they may have encountered in the qualifiers for this tournament. They're all doubling back to, I guess you'd say, the eastern side of that hill on the northwest end of the map. Northwest quadrant, rather.
Yeah, and the Japanese team got 1 point lead right now. Normally, we know the Japanese team always play more conservative way, and right now they got 1 point lead.
Oh, yeah.
They cannot
oh, yeah.
have a really defensive strategy, I guess.
And they're going to initiate the capture, I think. But I don't like the split coming from Backstreet Boys. How about you, Edison?
Yeah, it's too dangerous right now. You know, if someone up here, I see the 3 tank here, the Honda, Nash 11, and then the team, the guy from the Super Frame, the 3 tank gonna die there.
Maybe. That capture's been initiated. There's 2 tanks inside, about to be 3, so that's going to multiply the capture speed.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, he saw them, I think. This one. Yeah, he's retreat, so he already see them.
That's perhaps the move that makes the most sense in this position. 30% on that capture, though. And Backstreet Boys, effectively speaking, has another 60 seconds in game time to make something happen.
Yep. And right now the Japanese team cannot attack because they got 2 guys on the capture circle. If they attack, that means they only have 3.
Truth, I think, is about to hit spotting range. T-37 just got shot at, but one shot did miss. 55% on that capture. And time is clicking. Or time is just, it's slipping away.
Yep.
For you again in that auto loader.
Yeah, and look at the T-34-85. It's actually using an 85 millimeter gun, not the 122.
Yeah. The 85 is okay.
That was a bait. That was a very epic bait. At 70%, they pile out of the capture circle, and now Bullsmith is going in for a dive that may not be in his favor to go into. 139 damage off of his opposing tank. 502, and Miramar's
Wow,
one shot away
nice.
and out of the game. 386 off of Euphoria. 228 off of Bullsmith. 471 off of Honda S20. Euphoria now out of the game. AZR gets Honda's knocked out. 237, 358, 475, 510, and now Tudumi is gone. Backstreet Boys turning this around in quite a heartbeat. It's now 4 versus 2, but 2 of their tanks are somewhat low HP. Bullsmith now fallen back, and he's going to try and deliver whatever fire he can from his present position. 112 off of AZR, 216, and a missed shot onto Truth. And 2 is 8. Mage 11 comes around, takes 110, 331 off of AZR, 551, 661, and
Nice.
socked out of the game. 112, 339 off of Mage 11, and High Kick is taken out of the game. Backstreet Boys bringing things back. That was something else.
Yeah, it's a nice rush, I think.
Yeah.
They
Very
found,
well
they found
coordinated.
they found the enemy, so it's split from the 2 parts. So they just choose one part to attack.
I think I was able to highlight the more critical part of that. There was the T-34-85 that was at the, I guess you could say, like, was it the south end of the capture
Yeah,
circle?
yeah, south.
Yeah. And his teammate was actually to the north end of that. And then basically they were like, oh snap, let's get out of here and let's take this fight as best. Backstreet Boys all rushed to the south end of that capture circle, and that just totally sealed out the T-34-85 very quickly. They dove in on it and they knocked him out hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah.
Anything to add to that?
Yeah, that's it, I think.
Yeah,
No mistakes?
right.
No mistakes? Nothing like that?
No, there's no problem about that, I think.
Okay, I didn't think I would be such a great analyst for a game that I should play more, but I don't have time, guys. You know, my dad's in town. He's actually in the production room right now watching.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I mean, you guys know that,
about
but no one else here knows that. So we'll be back in about 3 minutes with game number 3. All right, so we are back now with the final map. It's going to be El Haluf, and typically the trend that we see is one team or another will try to occupy the northwest end of the map.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, normally the team already got a 1 point lead. They're gonna camp on the northwest, I think. But right now they are pretty even. They are even, not pretty even. So
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do here.
Yeah, I believe the last time it was a Japanese team. They used they didn't go to the northeast end. I mean, no, the northwest end of the map, but they actually go to the middle of it
Yeah.
and trying to use a tank to bait out the other guys and then snipe them. Yeah, I believe it's B Gaming Little Tankers or something.
Yeah, it's work, I think. They use a T-32-85 with 122mm gun.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes, so it's gold and use a light tank for sniping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's working, I think, but that's because they got 1 point lead. But, right
See how
now,
this game goes.
Yeah, right now they're working.
All right, guys, we are back, and spawning to the southwest end of the map, it's Team KMB, and to the northeast, it's going to be Backstreet Boys.
They never change tank.
That's right. I mean, like, it worked in game number 1, at least for Team KMB. Then it worked in game number 2 for Backstreet Boys. But let's see how things pan out here in game number 3.
Yeah, I've been thinking maybe they only have 1 tank. They don't have other choice to do that.
Well, I mean, if you want to look at it from a budget perspective, I mean, yeah, there are no wargaming accounts to lend out to teams that are playing this season.
I saw the Cromwell have a 3 elite circle. Do you know that?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I know.
I still don't see the Cromwell got 3. That means he played the Cromwell a lot. So he really have confidence about his tank. That's why he keep using that.
Here we go. Shots fired already. Euphoria dodges 109 onto Truth, and he's going to back away.
He up.
136 off of Euphoria, 259, 168, and 106 off of Mage 11 and Truth, respectively. 393 off of Euphoria, 516, 232 off of Bullsmith. I wonder if this exchange has been worth it.
Yeah, it's worse, I think. You're gonna take one again.
113, 229, 330 off of Miramar Gold, and now Bullsmith and Honda S2000 are trying to do what they can. 468 off of Miramar Gold. Euphoria, high kick coming in to step in for his teammate. 91 more off of Euphoria, 111, and Euphoria is out of the game. Now we've got 240 off of high kick. It's a 2 versus 2 on this end. 337.
T34
149 off of Miramar, 462 off of high kick, 186, 298 off of Honda S2000, 567 off of high kick, 161 off of it, and in the background, Miramar falls, followed by high kick. 116 off of Tudumi, 237, 347, 461. And the question is, who can stop the Backstreet Boys? The answer is no one in this game. It's Tudumi, who's now out of the game. 234, 226, 340, 452, getting a tank kill just before AZR is knocked out of the game. It was RP who fell. Oh, I'm sorry, it was RP who got the end kill, but not RP that fell. Well, they're going to the grand finals tonight. At least, well, our first place, second place match. Backstreet Boys. 3rd week in a row.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe not. I don't remember that. I think they do not get into the 1st or 2nd every week.
I said this is the 3rd
last week. Last week they actually ended 3rd.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they forfeited.
right.
They're like, gold isn't worth our time, but we'll take it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
but they doing really nice on this one. You know, the position and the shift is really nice. But I don't know why the Japanese team they stick together. You know, because the geography type is not that good for you stick on a hole there, because you gonna be surrounded everywhere. But you know.
Absolutely. So the critical part in this game, Euphoria got caught out in the open. He took 3 free shots. No, I think I'm looking at the names right now.
I think it's High K and someone is Euphoria.
Euphoria.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Miriam R. Gold. He was actually going across like the really shallow end of that bowl, and then he took 3 shots.
Yeah, but if you want to pass there, you have to do that on the beginning.
Right.
Because they start to engage and exchange fire, and after maybe 15 seconds, he decide, okay, we got to live here. And on that moment, he take like 500 damage, right?
Like
Yeah.
I think it was 347, but yeah, that was definitely not worth not exposing himself for that much damage. High Kick actually didn't take any damage until we saw those
Yeah.
2 tanks like rush around
I
the
think
end.
yeah, you got a wrong position. That's okay. You have to move, right? But you have to got a cover. But
Yeah.
no one covered him. He just run away. It's too dangerous. That I don't think. Even it's a 5 versus 5 on that close battle, we don't have any too much strategy on that.
Right.
You need more teamwork. So if you want to go somewhere, you need support.
Well, I mean, at this level of play, it's all about who makes more mistakes and who gets exploited more with those mistakes. And it looks like PvP or Backstreet Boys rather actually took perfect advantage of the situation
Yep.
and just rushed in when they should have, and that's what brought them this game's victory. So, guys, we'll be back in about 5 minutes with our. Excuse me, I'm sorry. First, we're gonna dive into our ring girl, and
Yeah,
then
that's
we'll be
right.
back with a 5-minute break. But first, here's Jen Croft from Australia, and she's holding a sign that says REA. Start writing that down. But I'd like to go ahead and point out for the time being that last week's code was guessed early,
Yep.
but it's hard to say just how that worked out if Wargaming put a time lock on it or not. But I'd just like to go ahead and say that now is the time to actually that's what I'm looking for. Just write down the code, remember it, maybe risk guessing it if you are 100% certain of it. Because what happened was, unfortunately, in Twitch chat last week, some people told us that they got the code and then they couldn't use it anymore. But that's because it was all guessed in advance. A little unfortunate, but we'll be back in a few minutes with a commercial break. But don't forget to vote for your favorite ring girl.
Hello everyone, I'm Jen Croft in Australia. Thank you for joining us for the World of Tanks live stream. Interested in playing tanks as well? Download and register World of Tanks for free on our portal. Search World of Tanks Asia right now. There's over 300 tanks for 7 different countries in World of Tanks, so give it a go. And better yet, get a friend to join you. There will be different tournaments for all levels of players who want to show their stuff. We also have a huge prize pool for the Wargaming.net League. More info on the WGL website. Follow our Twitter and Twitch for tournament news, and don't forget to like our Facebook fan page for more events and news. Can you tank it? Stay tuned.